Hello, everybody. How's it going today? Everybody doing all right? See a few folks in the chat here. How's it going? MK Mo says, Blunty, you seen the Polar Nano? Yeah, unfortunately, just not that exciting. It's just a smaller Polar. So, hey, another 60 frames per second camera. I guess it'll look decent, hopefully, but I don't know. I'm not that excited. But I don't know. Maybe other people are, and that's fine. I feel like YouTube has changed their chat filtering algorithm. I'm having to approve like a lot of messages, which is rare. We're playing Runescape again today. Surprise, surprise. If you've been here before. But mainly we're here talking about whatever you want to talk about, or we're just hanging out. So, you know how it goes. Hopefully we can get some 120 frame DJI cameras that are not attached to an air unit. That would be pretty sweet. But we can hope. It is Friday. That is pretty awesome. You work a normal week, Mo? Is this your end of the week? June Loco says V1 or V2 DJI goggles. At this point, unless the V1s are cheap, buy the V2s. Some people have issues with like used goggles, so if you do buy used V1s, you probably want to replace the foam. But currently, there's no real issue with using a V2. They should work fine. So I would probably just go with the V2. Just in case DJI gets wild and tries to release some kind of special dual air unit or something, you might as well have it. You never know. I think we're gonna go to Tithe Farm, which is pretty unexciting, but a necessary evil. Yeah, JT says he wishes his goggles fit better. Unfortunately, I don't know that that's ever going to change, but we can dream. Mo says, do you have a GoPro Plus subscription? I believe so. I think I got it with my Hero 10. Yeah, I did, because I had to buy it with my Hero 10 when I got it on GoPro's website. Where am I going? Tithe Farm, where the hell is it? That's right. Oh, there's a minigame too. Okay. Yeah, I chose to go to GoPro instead of Best Buy because of all the issues with returns. So I figured there was no reason to fight with them and deal with that, especially if I don't have a car. uh, so made it more sense to just go with the GoPro. It's a little more costly, I think, for replacement. Not really sure, but the way I like did the math out, I would have had to replace it like a bunch of times. I would have basically had to be Cricket, I think, for Best Buys to make more sense. So I think GoPro you only get 2 replacements. But Best Buy you can keep doing it, but you just keep buying the plan. And then you wait. You have to wait. EDoc says the new B-Brain, the antenna won't stay on the board, so I'll do a flip and lose video. That's no good. Why are there no good 2S swoop boards? Yeah, I don't know. Somebody needs to make them. And it's not Newbie Drone, that's for sure. JT says my wife is huge into vintage games. She loves playing The Dig, Day of the Tentacle, all the old LucasArts games. I know The Dig. I know of the Day of the Tentacle, but I don't actually know it. But I believe I've done a whole playthrough of The Dig. That game is crazy. It's one where you like fall in an archaeological site, and then like the one gets hurt, and then there's like a alien mystery, and that game is crazy. Gene Loco says, "How come DRL is still using old Fat Truck and not H2O2?" No idea. No idea. I don't have a good answer. Maybe something about the way the HDMI ins work on the HDO2 or something, but I don't actually have a good reason. Yeah, GoPro's cheaper if you have to replace more than once a year. I couldn't remember if it was once or twice. Okay. But I think GoPro you can only do twice a year. I feel like my GoPro Plus thing says like 2 exchanges in 12 months or something. Maybe you can buy it again. eDoc says, I don't think DRL is using HDMI in. It looked like their system wired directly inside the goggles. Maybe. I'm not sure how they do it, but I just figured it would have into the goggles with the external in. There's a wire running to the side of it, but it wasn't very clear like how it was working. What am I doing? Watering can. 8? Count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just in case. Yeah, I believe it's twice in 12 months. That's how it works. Remy Tim says, yeah, DRL use analog AV in. Okay, AV in instead of HDMI. Well, their signal's analog, but it's coming over a bunch of wires coming throughout the entire facility. So I didn't know if there was some up conversion or changing of that signal. Yeah, on rewards. Going for seed box here. So I think that means I need 3 games? Is that just 3 games? That's not bad. BT says I have money for a camera, but holding off to see what DJI comes up with this year. Yeah, I'll be interested to see as well. I don't know. If anything, it'll probably be run cam, but we shall see. Where you mean? Do you mean quad camera, or do you mean like GoPro style camera? You probably mean the Action 2, I guess, right? Oh, one here too. Jesus, Tazfarm's popping today. Clear. All right. You already didn't know what was going on. This might be even more confusing. Six runs on this, because I am rusty. I should have done 18. Oh well. Bill Clark is here. How's it going, Bill? Good to see you. Do I fly any fixed-wing planes? I've introduced FPV to my club members in SA. Members are slowly getting interested. Yeah, I have never flown fixed-wing. I have a fixed-wing, but I've never flown it. Maybe one day. I just don't have any good places to fly, and I don't have a car. So I live in a populated area, and it makes it difficult. I normally end up ripping like a 3-inch or a 5-inch. JT's gonna put a first-person camera on his baby. Moon Loco says, I flashed my Moblite FC to 402. Okay. 4.2 or 402? After being on 3.5, was getting good video signal, and after the flash, the video feed sucks. Any idea on the fix? If you flash to 4.2, it's probably VTX tables, I would guess. And then it's just stuck on like a low power. Because 3.5 used VTX like commands through the CLI, but I think 4.1 added VTX tables. If it's 4.02 and you're having issues, I don't think there are VTX tables there. So I'm not exactly sure why flashing should have changed it. But it could have changed like the channel you're on. Make sure you check all that stuff. Yeah, I should have done 18 of these. Oh well. Dude, I might have been able to get 20. Maybe Tim says, once I get my wing fixed up, I'll hit you up and we can go fly with Hector. Yeah, it's just that, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Not sure if I want to do that or not, but let me know, and maybe we'll do that. June Lucas is also, SA is not responding to the stick commands. Yeah, are you on 4.2 or 4.02? Like 4.2 something or 4.02? Like 4.0.2. It's 4.0.2 is a weird one to pick. I just want to confirm you're on like 4.2. If so, then you just need to do your VTX tables. 18. Going for 18. Edoc says 4.02 isn't even an option in the current version. Yeah, but like normally a version that's not like the end is like I would expect you got like a hex file from a manufacturer, which has definitely happened before. So I just want to confirm that isn't the case. Edron says smash that like button. We do definitely appreciate that. YouTube is appreciative anyway. But not a big deal. We're just hanging out. Bill would love to join us, just a long way. Yeah, Bill's over the pond, as they say. Going 410. Okay. So on 4.1, did you get that from like a manufacturer, I'm gonna guess? If not, you should just flash to 4.29 or 4.210 now, I guess is what it is. But if not, and you just use like a manufacturer hex or something, then that's fine. But you need to go in and do the VTX tables, because 4.1 definitely had VTX tables. For sure. Sonic Tonics here, how's it going, man? Or lady? Whichever, good to see you. Yeah, it's gonna eat a link. It didn't even let me approve it. It didn't like even show up. YouTube blocked it on the back end. eDoc. Normally I get like an approval suggestion thing, and I have it on like really weak approval. But it didn't even let me see it. It really hates links unless you're a moderator. It's really annoying. YouTube gets censor crazy. That's for sure. JT says he doesn't know what VTX tables are because he's DJI only, and you're better for it. Basically, VTX tables are just like assignments for channels and power levels. And basically, the reason is because that, from what I understand, it's essentially taking liability off of Betaflight because you're having to enter the information, but could be wrong. Welcome to everybody who's joining. You're welcome to ask any questions you like about FPV or anything else, or just hang out. It's up to you. Appreciate you being here. What's everybody up to today? You guys at work? Chilling at home? It's a Friday, so I imagine most people are working. Most working from home. That's nice. Very nice. eDoc says writing a translation layer to have our data work with some middleware. That's cool. JT says, does the air unit need to be fully enclosed or can it be stripped down like the Vista? It can be stripped down like the Vista. As far as I know, it's basically the same components, just laid out on a different layout. And then obviously with a little better voltage regulators. Well, Clark's watching BBC Brit while listening to me. I don't know what that is. BBC Brit. I like the description. Entertainment subscription television channel featuring factual entertainment programming. Oh, I see. Like Top Gear, Kitchen Nightmares. Okay, 10-4. Now I got it. So like Food Network here, but with other stuff. Man, I haven't watched a TV in a long time. I don't remember the last time I paid for TV. I have no idea when that is. In a long time. It'd probably be like 6 years ago, and that wasn't my choice. It was like Comcast bundled, and the roommate signed up for it. Dang, it's crazy. I watch YouTube like, like we used to watch TV. I think a lot of people do that. It's like throw whatever on in the background sometimes. Maybe like this right now. Is that too meta? Ty's Farm is boring. Bill says he has YouTube on the TV. Yeah, that makes sense. UT says nothing good on TV. Yeah, not a lot. It's kind of fodder, typically. EDOC is working through streaming. Love, Death, and Robots Season 2. Never heard of that. South Africa TV is not good. Interesting. Henry's barking, but you can't hear him because the NVIDIA thing cleans up the audio. eDoc says it's a collection of sci-fi short stories that are 3D animated, very gratuitous and over the top. Interesting. Remy Tim says Love, Death, and Robots is cool. Thinks I would like it. I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen it was great. Interesting. Okay, works for Monoprice. Interesting. This PSA, Mo says PSA, the PS5 can be ordered from Best Buy now, with some stores in stock, and most deliver within a week. It's verification to combat bots. Interesting. You have an Xbox One somewhere, but the only thing on my desk like playable, like I have a Switch hooked up to a capture card, in case I wanted to play some Switch. Love and Death is an art piece. Okay, well, they're turning me off. I'll have to check it out. King Turkey says it's a good series, so I'll give it a try. Bill Clark is British, moved there 30 years ago, but still watch British TV there. I see. Gotcha. 30 years, huh? I know people that moved from South Africa, but not to that. To there. Bill says it's a beautiful country, but it has its problems. Yeah, I only know stories I've heard from two different people I knew who grew up there and then left. But I know it used to be rough. Windjumby FPVs here. How's it going, man? What's up with you? We are just chilling, playing Runescape, chatting with folks. Oh. Got any FPV related questions or information or anything else you'd like to talk about? Video games? I guess that's, I don't know. I don't have a lot of things I like to talk about, but I've been playing that new Outer Wilds expansion. If anybody's played Outer Wilds. Oh no, I forgot. eDoc says if you have Amazon Prime and go to Prime Gaming, Star Wars Squadrons is free today. You can set it up like you like it. I think it's set up as mode 1 eDoc, not 3, because I had to change it to fly it correctly. But I could be mistaken. I'm almost positive I had to remap stuff to make it work though. It is on Xbox Game Pass. If you have Xbox Game Pass for PC, it is free on there as well, all the time, or at least until they take it off. Because now with Xbox Game Pass, you get EA, and it's on EA. Abnormal FPV. I'm assuming that's what that abbreviation is. Um, Abnormal FPV says, "What is your favorite quads to fly?" Pretty much TP3 and like whatever 5-inch. I have like a FetTech 5-inch with Nubidrone flows on it. That's pretty much the main one I fly, and then I have another one with a Skyliner with zings on it that I fly a decent amount. HE said, you ever played Oxygen Not Included? Yeah, I couldn't get into it too much. It's pretty cool, but not quite my style, I don't think. It's a little too panicky. That being said, when they re-release Dwarf Fortress, uh, the GUI version on Steam, whenever that happens, I will probably play that on stream. I played a lot of Dwarf Fortress, but it is hard to show on a stream, even with the texture pack. I think this looks weird. Bill Clark says, which game system would you recommend? A PC. That would be my recommendation. If that wasn't the question and you want an actual console answer, it's either going to be Switch, and that would depend on lineup, because Switch is going to have stuff you can't get anywhere else because it's Nintendo, and it's portable, or you can hook it up to TV, or it's going to be PS5, in my personal opinion, because there's way better exclusives on PS5 that won't also come to Game Pass on PC. Xbox has kind of shot itself in the foot, I think on purpose, with Game Pass on PC, because there's just so much good stuff. That being said, if you do get an Xbox, you can play a million things there, but I think when you look at exclusives versus what you can play already on Xbox Game Pass on PC, I would have to probably go PS5 or Switch, depending on what your lineup, what you want to do. Like a Switch, for Mario games, and like if you haven't played Breath of the Wild, that's crazy. You should go play Breath of the Wild. Buy a Switch, unless you just hate Zelda games. Um, yeah, I don't know. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Slayer. I have like 5 quests left. Yeah, 5. I could go do this. I could grind those pages in Fortress. Let's go do that. Don't need rune. What do we need? What do we need? Attack, super strength, super defense, couple prayer pots, and a bunch of food. That's all I need. Let's forget where it is. Where the hell is it? Here? Oh, here. Okay. BT says, how is the Switch? My wife and I used to play split screen all the time, but PlayStation has seemed to get away from that. Depends on what you're doing, but there's a lot of multiplayer Switch stuff that you could just do on one console. But the original pitch for it was that for sure. I don't know if it really played out that well that way, but there's a lot of multiplayer stuff you could do on a single Switch. Also, Switch is currently, if you sign up for the online, you get like a whole giant collection of Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. And then they're gonna release, and that's like $20 a year for that, plus all the any online games you want to play. And then they're gonna make another tier, which presumably will be like 40. We don't really know. They haven't announced it yet, but that'll come out, I think, in like November, where they're gonna have Nintendo 64 and then Genesis games on that second tier. So that's kind of like just a feature add to the console, a bunch of emulated stuff that's just there. Edoc says Tetris 99 is the best reason for the online Nintendo service. Tetris 99 is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's like Tetris Battle Royale, sort of. It's real skeevy, because if you get lined up against the wrong person, man, they just slap you. Slap you real hard. Because they got those, like, badges saved up or whatever. I think every time you knock somebody out, or like in a certain speed or something, then you get badges, and then the badges give you more ability to knock other people out. You can also target people on purpose. So somebody's losing, you can knock out, or like the guy who's doing really well, everybody can focus on. But you're not like communicating, so. Way more AFK. Hey, James Larry's back. How's it going, man? Good to see you. If you guys don't mind, throw a quick like on this video. It definitely helps out the algorithm. It takes just a second if you're near your phone or your computer. If not, it's okay, not a big deal. We appreciate it. What about you guys? What is your favorite quad? Let me know what you're flying. What am I missing out on? Should I be selling all my quads for a car so I can go fly a wing? Let me know. James talking about Bob's new 2104 motors. Those are pretty hype right now. UDoc says his 25,000 kV Mob 6 gets by far the most flight time because of its versatility. Yeah, you can definitely milk it, that's for sure. I don't think I have anything with a very long flight time. Lo says no Baby Hawk HD. No Baby Hawk HD. Abnormal FPV says Pharaoh Flyers are my original QAVR, I'm going to assume, and a Rooster, both 5-inch. Bill Clark has a Tyro 79 and a Taycan. Cool. JT's favorite is the 250, but he's running it with the 51477 JB props. Talking about switching 2104s. What do you have on it now on a 250? Like the Aerolites? The 2004s or whatever? James says his favorite is still probably the TP3. Yeah, if I could only have one quad, it would probably be a TP3. In fact, it would almost definitely be a TP3. I don't think I've flown anything that fits my style as much. Crabtree FPV is here. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. He says, glide for life. See, everybody's flying something different, man. Sure seems like that. Glide's a great frame as well, especially the newer version. Got a broken one in the back, but maybe one day I'll buy new arms for that. Can you even buy arms for the old Glide? Probably look into that. One day. I need to do a building stream. This is an excuse to build. Because I don't ever build. GT's got the Brother Hobby 2004. And he's talking about upgrading to the 2104. Yeah. Those bow motors are pretty nice. What's the weight difference on them? Do you know offhand? E-Doc says, seems like there's so many great flying crafts these days. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's about what you like and what hardware you've got, all that kind of stuff. James Larry built a sub 250 Tooth Fairy with those Brother Hobby 2004s. Ismail asks about a quad with nitro fuel motors. And I'm sure something can drive those, but I'm not sure. Not sure the practical application of that. But yeah, I would think you could drive it. I built with the 2104s. Okay, gotcha. You guys might know my opinion on motors, but like, I don't care that much. But I'm also not building like sub 250s and trying to get fancy and stuff. I'm extremely happy with my flow motors. Great motors. Well, we're down here to get pages. I haven't gotten a single fucking page. Do I have to have that book on me? I wonder. I think I do. Let's look it up. Orthos. No, no. I'm sure somebody has done some sort of nitro quad. Yeah, if you Google nitro or gas-powered quadcopters, you'll find a few. They all look old, though. I don't know the last time somebody made one. Presumably, though, for good reason, because brushless motors are badass. Crabtree's all about the Imperials. JT says he likes his QAV SJP, but with the Monster 6S 1800. Jesus, that thing is ridiculous. And I hit myself, so it's kind of shelved for a little while. Hit yourself with the quad? That's no good. Gotta be in control. Let me ask you a question, JT. Do you think, are you seeing issues on the 2004s? Like, is there a reason? Is there a reason you want to step up? James says, as for RuneScape, I'm just getting back into it because my brother plays a bunch. I'm curious if you remember what level. What, does he play old school or RuneScape 3? I'm playing old school currently. I am a member. I'm an Iron Man, so I don't know if you know what that is, but basically it's no trading or anything. Like everything I've done on my account, like I have to craft or build or make myself. I can't. I can only buy from like in-game shops or NPCs. And yeah, my total level is 1720. I'm almost base 70 stats, and then a bunch higher than that. I'm almost combat 108. So slowly working our way. As for RuneScape 3, I've only played just a little bit of it, but the graphics really, like, this is on HD, which is better than normal graphics, but I can't quite do RuneScape 3. Maybe if I turn the shadows off, like if I turn the shadows on here, there's this HD client, and if the shadows come on, it just looks like weird. It's hard to look at. I mean, I'm not getting shit here. Should have gotten a couple grubby keys and at least one of those pages. Yeah, Group Iron Man comes out in like 6 days. It'll Group Iron Man is basically like Iron Man, but it's a different color, like chat symbol and stuff, and it's a different high score list. But you can do 2 to 5 players, and then they can trade between each other. But that's all. You can like go in each other's houses and stuff, but you can't trade with anybody else. And then they each have their own high score, so there'll be like a 5-player Group Iron Man high score. And then if you quit the Group Iron Man team, you get kicked into a normal player. You don't get kicked into Iron Man, so you can't get like a bunch of gear before you do that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of old school. I keep coming back to it. Loco says, where can I find the Moblite 6 VTX chart? I think eDoc linked that or talked about that earlier. But basically, you just need to look up what VTX is in that quad, or if it's integrated in the FC. You just need to look up a VTX chart for that and find it. Or you can look up a generic one and add the power levels based on the smart audio version, but probably a lot easier to just look up the specific VTX chart for that quad. Uh, JT says I have to throttle limit with those props, and if I go up with Bob's, the KB is a smidge lower, hoping they handle overweight props better. Gotcha. And Bob's motors have threaded shaft. Yeah, for sure. I haven't had any issues with T-mount, but I haven't flown anything bigger than 3-inch with T-mount. So Bill Clark's gonna head out. Good night, Bill. Good to hang out with you. Glad you were here. Chris Mel says, "Yeah, I feel like I have too much lag between throttle input and motor response with fuel engines." Yeah, possibly, but you could just really damp the PIDs down, and I don't know. It might be fun to play with. If it's really that long, though, yeah, it might be a problem. I think that's part of the problem with like the older control methods too. It's not just that they're like old and analog; it's that they're slow. I think there's a Pavel Spakowski video. I think that's who did it, where he's flying through like his yard, and he's trying like he starts at like D shot 600 and then goes down to 300 and goes down to 150 and then goes down to like one shot and then goes down to PWM at the end. And he says like I think it was the PWM or the one just above it where he could actually feel like the delay on the throttle. Mo says T-mount takes 30 minutes to change. What T-mount are you using that takes 30 minutes to change? It's 2 screws a prop if you screw them in. It's not that hard. It literally takes me like 4 to 6 minutes to change props on my TP3 at the most. I don't know. I'm not stressing. But like I said, I'm flying 3-inch and it's a light 3-inch, so I'm not like seeing those hub shatters or like those break aparts or anything. So, and most like on the TP3 I'm running now, I don't use screws at all. I just press fit them, and they don't pop off in a crash. Yeah, I've never used the GGI props, so do not know. Well, my Mavic Mini is the only like I don't have a Mavic. But I just know the Mavic Minis also screw off props. But I've seen where it looks like they're just like pop-ons. What about popos? You ever use popo props? Sounds like you would like popos. Gotta buy popo motors, but how the hell is this? Oh, here? This is the entrance I was looking for earlier. Very good. That's horrible. I didn't get shit on that run. I gotta kill the druids. This is not gonna work. Let's go back in. What, another prayer pot, strength pot. don't know if I need food, so. Clicks are so bad, Jesus. Find out. Yeah, I think Popo's also heavier, but I'm 100% sure. I'm always worried about weight these days. Alright. Big money. Looking for pages. I feel like if anything, I'm like the counterculture, because everybody's building 250s, and my quad is like, 750, but I'm flying 6S motors on 4S batteries, and I'm flying P3 or S3 props at, 5,200 feet. So I think I like a different quad feel than most people. Where are they? Oh, do these melee and... Okay, yeah, they do. I do need to get food. I guess I could go get range gear. Crabtree says, I was hoping GoPro would come out with a new session. This 9 is so heavy. Well, if if all the rumors are correct and the Action 2 comes out and it does work standalone like the spec sheet indicates, and it works like a session but it has badass video and people buy it, then I think GoPro would be encouraged to do that. But otherwise, I'm assuming that they just don't care enough because there's not a big enough market for the session. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how that Action 2 works out. If it's like gonna be worth anything or not. Hey, I already got a page. Kirby key already from these guys? Yeah, this is way better. I gotta go get some food. Actually, another Kirby key. See if we can figure out where that chest is. Down there. Can't go there. We gotta go like this. Let's try it. There's druids in there. It definitely does look rad. Definitely, definitely. Wow. First grubby chest. And we get a colored egg sac. Those are pretty rare. That's cool. Those are to recolor the pet you get from Sarachnis, the big spider boss. I think I am going to hop and then try to kill the druids in that room. So close to the key chest. Yes, here we go. Here. Speaking of herb back. Got a donation from Mo, I believe. That's who that is. Appreciate it, man. Hey, yeah, there's Mo. Thanks for the entertainment. Appreciate it, man. You guys been playing any video games lately? Anybody play anything? I mentioned earlier I'm playing the new Outer Wilds DLC. Echo of the Eye. Echoes of the Eye. I'm also playing Hard Space Shipbreaker, where you break ships apart. I tried that new Alchemist simulator. I couldn't really get into it. It like seems like it would be up my alley, but I'm not sure the game's all there yet. Well, Velocidrone got an update, or is about to get an update. I'm not sure which. I haven't checked it out yet. But that adds racing lines, so you can compare your lines to some other person's lines and see like where you're actually like cutting too far out at, or where you're actually losing the time at. Seems like a cool tool. Pretty excited about that. On my list of things to check out pretty soon. Might flash my radio after this. I still haven't flashed to Edge TX. I've been putting it off. So I might do that custom, like the custom build. Actually, it might be a master now, but either way, I'm gonna build that USB HID fix and then try flying the simulator. If you didn't catch the news, there's a fix that's been pushed to Edge TX that will be pushed to OpenTX as well. It fixes the HID polling rate on USB. It was stuck to 10 milliseconds. So it was not matching the mixer rate, and it was also slower than the mixer rate. So it caused you to have about 14 milliseconds of latency. Or if you had it on some other setting, basically if you didn't have a module selected at boot, or you didn't select the internal module before doing anything, which I didn't off it on my sim controller, then you're actually at an even worse latency. So yeah, this patch fixes all that. Hey, Owen Cronies here. How's it going, Owen? Good to see you. Chat's kind of died down a little bit, but glad to see you here. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? What are we doing tomorrow? Or today, or whatever time it is there? What are you doing on Saturday? Anything exciting? Oh, nice. Yeah, you got that shark bite in. That's awesome. Hope that goes well for you. That's definitely exciting. Can I pray here? Hold on a minute. Oh, I can. That's right. I did that quest. I can't get through here, though. Interesting. It's only got one page. Rough stuff. Pretty sure the pages are how I get the key. I can't believe I got that already. That's wild. That's not where I wanted to get the drops. Not where I wanted to get the drops. Alright, well, actually, I think that's going to do it for me today. Got about an hour 45, so I always try to get hour 30 to 2 hours when I stream. So far, we've done this 3 days in a row at different times. Maybe I'll decide a time, maybe I won't, but keep an eye out for more streams coming up. Appreciate you guys hanging out when you did, and have a wonderful day.